Under the forest canopy, the rocks and dirt inferior to our feet, we launch our journey to a place we once proclaimed existed in our wildest dreams.
Floating, weightless, under seas, diving, conscious, like a dream.
We typically bring a trash bag with us because whether it's intentional or not, there's always micro trash on the trails. So we just kind of collect it as we go, keeps it from looking artificial out in the wilderness. We want to keep it nice and clean and beautiful so we can all enjoy it.
Whew. It's getting toasty out here.
Well, it looks like we are approaching the burn scar, or at least part of it. This is definitely hotting up out here. Glad that we brought plenty of water. And this is what we consider heaven. I think heaven is the here and the now, and not some distant place or some distant world. There's a lot we can learn from just being present in nature. What are you eating?
We met a local fisherman along the way with a kind demeanor and a warm smile underneath a perfectly shaped mustache that reminded me of my father. He told tales of wrestling with the unforgiving brush to the valley floor, where he would be greeted with trout-filled waters only known to those who solved the convoluted puzzle through the thick forest. Now that the fire left only the skeletal remains of the trees, the path reveals itself in plain sight, and the joy of wayfinding is all but a distant memory. It's humid, but it's very pretty, at least.
All right, we do have some clouds moving in, which is nice considering that it's really hot. But the caveat with that is that I think it's gonna be bringing some thunderstorms later, so it should be an interesting evening. Oh, I need a shade break. How are you feeling?
There's very little shade.
Yeah.
It kind of makes me wish we had just dispersed, camped, and avoided hiking up here in the heat of the day. But I'm hoping that waking up and being right at the hot springs will make it worth it. But we'll see.
What, tomorrow? I'm going tonight. I'm gonna go during that thunderstorm, and I'm gonna get in the cold river. I'm just gonna go back and forth.
This is the only time
Spa
where
treatment.
I'm looking up at the clouds and I'm like, bring on the thunderstorms.
Bring
please.
it on. I need, yeah, please
I've got
rain.
my raincoat and my rain cover.
Kind of just done this summer. It's just it's so hot. They said on the radio that each summer that you're living, like the succeeding summer will be hotter than the one before, which is really unfortunate.
I found a wild raspberry. Should I eat it?
Yeah. There's a raspberry. I'll have one too.
It's pretty good.
All right. That looks like looks like a fresh one.
Maybe our lives were not
Somebody's
meant
hot.
to collide from the start. But who could foresee the fall? Maybe it's time to decide what to do.
We've been on the last mile for 3 miles now, and we're wondering how many more miles to go until we reach these campsites. The storm clouds are building, but they are actually very welcome from just the sun bearing down hard on us. It's been a while since we backpacked, so hopefully, I don't know. Whew. Maybe around the corner.
Maybe.
At least it looks like there's a shady valley coming up, so there's that. Alright, I guess we'll just Energizer bunny it on.
We're all building bridges slowly, tearing them down fast to start over. We're all trying to come over memories of the past and start over. The past can start over.
And finally, about 3.5 hours later, we're at the campsites. I don't know. That didn't feel like 4 miles. That was definitely longer. All trails, you're a liar.
Camp is set up. We are getting ready to cook some dinner, and then we'll head back down into those springs and hopefully have a little bit of solitude just for a moment. Did you see a chipmunk?
Andrea found a really ideal spot to soak the hot springs. See if we can find it. It's a bit of a scramble downhill. I'm wearing beach clothes at the moment. Just straddle it, just straddle it. Wait. Oh, he's small dog. He can go underneath. Duh. Gotta get over this log. Oh, that's quite a... I think I should go the other way, actually. Doesn't really make any sense. Okay, how did you do this? Oh, I see. That's weird. I get a splinter in my crotch. Okay, got this. Got this. Slippery rock. Now entering Colorado's Vietnam, apparently. Maybe you can sit on the rock. Does it feel good?
That feels really good.
All right, I'm coming in.
What do you think?
Smells good. I mean, feels good. It doesn't smell good.
And just look at all these wildflowers
Yeah, this is
and
epic.
mountains, and nobody here.
Nobody's here.
That's crazy.
It's great. Yep, I think I'm gonna be staying here for a couple hours.
You're talking about how awesome it is that the hot water just comes straight through that crack in the rocks and then just cascades down into these little pools that are obviously man-made, but how cool to think that that water is heated by the Earth's magma.
Oh, that was so nice. All right, we're gonna head back to the tent now. We have a little bit of a scramble. Need to fill up some water. We are so relaxed right now. I cannot wait to lay down. I'm tired. Leave me alone. Back at the hot spring this morning. It was about 6:30 and it's a pretty solid night. Super relaxing. The nice sounds of the river down below. And as you see, the hot spring is steaming right now. Can't wait to get in with a cup of coffee. Louie was jealous, so we put him in the hot spring.
If you'd like to know the location, please reach out to us. You can send us a private message on our Instagram. We'll have information in the description. One thing that we will say is people obviously respect this area. We only picked up a couple pieces of micro trash, which totally looked like they were left behind by a mistake. So it's very clear that this area has not been exploited as much as some of the better known locations. But it is public land, so everybody deserves to come out here. However, we definitely would like to reinforce the leave no trace principles. If you have to use the bathroom, do the right thing. We recommend packing it out. Pack out what you bring in, all of your trash. If there's a fire ban, don't burn fires. And if you have a fire, make sure that it is cool to the touch before leaving your campsite. We also prefer to bring a bear canister, especially in this area, because there are very few places to hang a bear bag. Bears have been killed in popular camping locations just because of people who were not responsible about hanging up their bear bags, and they became too accustomed to getting free food. So we do recommend bringing a bear keg if you can for this particular area. But otherwise, we had such a great time out here. It was very peaceful, very clean, and so refreshing to see, especially when other places have been known to draw crowds thanks to Instagram. The charred forest reminds us that our world is cyclical, a place where life and death coexist in harmony.
Like these frozen